Hi everyone, welcome to Adventures with Raven and Rowley. I'm Raven and this is Rowley. We're slowly, but getting faster, converting a cargo trailer into a tiny home. Right now we live in a 26-foot fifth wheel full-time. Last week I talked about how I was thinking I was getting old. That was before going to the Women's Caravan in Quartzsite, Arizona, 2022. This week, I'll talk about stupid, dangerous things I did while out with the Women's Caravan at the WRTR. If you're curious, please join us on this journey and continue to watch. My excuse for doing stupid stuff is I'm used to doing things with what I've got, dealing with what I've got. If it's got to get done, it's got to get done, use what works, right? It comes from being raised poor, as in income, and being both parents to 4 children as a single mom. Now that I'm alone, I'm continuing to learn to get what I want. Thing was I didn't even know what I wanted, when I became alone, which was terrific, actually. So, right now I'm tearing apart the cargo trailer. Video coming soon. I'm also redecorating it differently. That video is coming soon, too. I'm going for the shabby chic style, because I kind of like that, It's really kind of cool. I like the old furniture, how they used to make furniture. I love the solid wood, etc. I'm really thrilled with oak in general. But anyhow, I'm really looking into and seeing what I can do with this truck, as I say, for a mechanic. I had the oil change before going to the WRTR in the Women's Caravan, and it developed a clinking sound, like the same day that I was getting ready to get on the road. When I was coming back, it was beginning to lose, it was losing oil pressure, period. It would drop down to 0 while I was driving, and the car would start slowing down, and then the pressure would pick up again, and I'd go another 20 miles or whatever. I think the lines are gunked up. I think that the oil wasn't changed for over a year. Because I found this tag that said 2020, and I bought the rig at the end of 2021, so that meant a year they hadn't bothered to change the oil, and gosh knows what was in those lines, and it's probably still floating around in there, even though they changed the oil, they didn't get all the gunk out, So, but there is stuff to put into the oil to clear up that kind of thing. I'll be getting some of that stuff soon. I also need to clean the Spectre air filter, and I need to get the stuff to do that too sometime soon. I did some dangerous, stupid things on this 600+ mile trip to the WRTR and the Women's Caravan. First, was the trip necessary? Not really. I didn't really need to go to the WRTR, and I didn't need to drive 266+ miles to get to Quartzsite, Arizona. I didn't need to do any of that. I could have done, and what I should have done, was save money to get the car fixed before venturing out on a trip like that. I could have gone next year, which I planned to do anyway. I don't know why I felt it was so urgent for me to go. I felt almost driven to go. I can say, though, that I had a great time. Another stupid thing I did, other than just driving around 300 miles from home to in a faulty vehicle, was that there were no windows in the cargo trailer. At times I felt kind of claustrophobic. And then there was times I felt really comforted inside because it was warm and it was nice and that kind of stuff. The problem was I really couldn't monitor what was happening around me. There's no windows. The only way to see what was going on was to open the door, you know. But, you know, there's more dumb stuff I did. Like, for instance, I didn't unlock the barn doors. Now, I went through a big thing, and I don't know, a couple of months ago about how am I going to secure this door open, and, you know, and then how am I going to keep it closed if I unlock it on the back, and keep the bar to the side, because it didn't necessarily have to be locked. All they had to do was, if somebody outside, if they wanted to keep me inside, was to just close the bar, swing the bar. It didn't even need to be locked in place, because there was a little latch on the bottom and a little latch up near the top that kind of went around like that would secure it in place. So I had put a hasp on the outside to secure the barn doors open from the outside. I have a means to lock it closed from the inside. I didn't unlock it. I don't know why I didn't unlock it. It was dangerous not to unlock them. I couldn't get out of the trailer if the side door had been breached. If somebody was coming in the front door, the side door, the main door, like a regular house door, if somebody was coming in that door, there was no place for me to go. There was no way for me to get out of there. I couldn't get out if there was a fire in the front or the kitchen area. It was a dangerous, stupid thing to do. And all I had to do was unlock it and lock the hasp, and I just didn't do it. I didn't even think about it, you know. Talk about more dumb stuff. What you really should not do is carry the propane tank unsecured. I had it stuck in the kitchen area inside the trailer, and I'm bumping down the road, right? I realized after I arrived that the tank had been rolling around in the trailer while I was driving. It could have hit something, damaged the nozzle, blew up, whatever. It's something. Secure your tank. You know, don't do things like I did it. You know, don't do that. It's just bad news. And then there's the little propane tanks. I ran out of propane, and I was going to refill my little green tanks with the refiller attachment that I had bought that does not fit my 20-pound tank. In fact, not any kind of regulator or anything that I've got will fit the opening to that 20-pound tank. Really strange. So I ended up buying 4 bottles of the little green bottles, you know, the 1-pound bottles, for $30 with tax. $30 and change with tax. I've got to find the right attachment to refill those bottles. So I couldn't attach the 20-pound tank to the Coleman stove or to the Mr. Buddy, because none of the attachment screws worked with each other. Really strange. I had no smoke detector, no gas detector, no fire extinguisher, no way to get out in a hurry because the barn door was locked on the outside. Was not a smart move, okay? And if you really want to get dumb, I didn't check the tire pressure. Now, I've got 2 tires on the trailer and 4 tires on the truck. I didn't check any of them. I just kind of looked at them and said, oh, they look good. Even the spare tire on the cargo trailer was low on air. I have no idea what condition the spare tire in the car is because I have never taken it out. I need to get in there and take that tire out, if nothing else, to just look at it and see what condition it's in. Much less, you know, if it's got air in it or anything, in case I happen to actually blow a tire, you know. Anyway, I got home okay. But it's not a thing I would repeat or should repeat. You know, I need to be smart. No, I'm not dumb. I know better than this, you know, and you know how it goes. I did check all of the lights, make sure all the lights and the connections worked. So, you know, when I put on my brakes, you know, the brake lights came on and that kind of stuff on the trailer, you know, so that was good. I had the oil change before going out on this trip because I saw that tag that said 2020 was the last time the oil was changed. So I had the oil changed. And it developed, after about 2 days, 2 days after I had it changed, it developed this clicking sound in the engine. The guy told me the car has active leaks. Active leaks, right? I carried, so, you know, saying, okay, if it runs on low on something, I got it with me. I carried extra oil, transmission fluid, and steering fluid. 1 quart of each. I actually should have carried more, but I shouldn't have been out on the road with a car that has active leaks. I should have stayed home and saved for repairs. I didn't stay home, and I did not save for repairs. In fact, I went that 600 miles, that's 300 each direction, with $100 in my wallet and $100 in my bank account. I must have been out of my mind, okay? Seriously. I stayed 12 days at the WRTR. I really couldn't stay any longer because I was running out of toilet paper, dog food, and water. And probably other things too, but those are the 3 primaries, you know. So I decided it was time to come home. Not only that, but I carried too much stuff unsecured inside the trailer, like things like canned foods and the propane tank. Not only the big propane tank, but the little green ones too. I don't know, maybe I thought if I put them on the shelf, you know, magic would hold them in place. I have no clue. I turned on the Mr. Buddy heater one time, the one time that I did use it. And it went out after about 15 minutes when I realized I had run out of oxygen in the room because I never opened the hatch and I never opened the front door. I needed to open the skyline hatch or the door or both, in which case that's what I did in a quick hurry when I realized, oh my God, why did at first I said, oh, you know, something's wrong with the Mr. Buddy heater. But then I realized, no, it's getting stuffy in here. Let me open a window, you know, let me open the hatch, let me open the door. You don't want to do things like this. You don't want it. I'm supposed to be a senior citizens with brains, you know? Okay, the most dangerous thing I did was I opened the outside door automatically after someone knocked on it. You know, the main side door, just like my front door to my house, right? I opened it, somebody knocked on the door. I opened the door. Said, hi, who's there? Fortunately, it was one of the women who was there at the Caravan. And another dangerous, stupid thing was I invited her in. No mask. No nothing. You know, there's COVID out there running around. Okay, so I lost it all during this trip, okay? The thing is, too, I was with the Women's Caravan, which gave me a feeling of safety. Now, we're out in, I don't know how many millions of acres, 100,000s of acres, 50,000, you know, 20 acres, whatever it was. I'm out there with these women, maybe 50 women. But there are 100,000 other people out there in that courtside area. I mean, it's another little city, you know. That means the odds of something negative happening is likely higher as it is in a city, as opposed to being in a small town or a little country or a group of 50 women, you know. But I opened the door. Didn't think about it. just opened the door. Could have been anybody. Could have been anybody with anything, with any kind of problem. And of course, I didn't have a window to look out of. So my thought is, learn from my mistakes. Don't do them. Okay? And don't make them. Don't make them. Don't do them. Don't. And don't be crazy. Sit around and think about things before. And not like I didn't think about it, but try and do it rationally, you know. As for the Rowley report. Okay, you want to come sit on my lap? Come on. Come on. Come on. There you go. I found a way to stop his crazy barking most of the time. Now, the thing is while we were out at the caravan, Rowley didn't bark. Rowley didn't care about other dogs, other people. He didn't, you know, it wasn't the thing. You know, he was calm, cool, and collected the whole time. We get back here to this park, and he is railing at everything and everybody. So I let him bark. Well, I found a YouTube video that said, let them bark 3 or 4 times, because you do want them to bark dogs to bark in order to alert you, right? And then gently hold the mouth closed for a split second, long enough to say, quiet, very calmly and very quietly, and then let go. I've been using that method now for 3 or 4 days, and it's beginning to work really good. He's getting much better, and he's more enjoyable to walk with right now. And generally, when I say quiet, he gets quiet. He stops barking, comes and stands right back next to my side, which is cool, absolutely cool. So, heed my advice. Don't do the dumb things I did, okay? And thank you for watching and listening, and thanks for taking the extra step and subscribing. I need 1,000 subscribers to be motivated to be monetized. So please share our videos and subscribe to RV Adventures with Raven and Rowley. And thank you for your support. If you'd like to help us get and stay on the road, see the links below, because we really need some help. You know. Also, booping the like button and ringing the notification bell would be good too. I've got to do this nomad thing more often. It's a serious fun. Maybe you should get out there and do it too. See you next Friday at 5 p.m. Pacific time. Take care of you and yours, and blessed be.